Hi, my name is Theodore Cottingham, and I have a school of leadership. I teach leadership. I teach leaders to be leaders, or do I teach regular, common, ordinary people just like me to lead now in ways, places, and matters in creation like never before has been done? Many of you have listened and listened to my teachings as I have expounded, explained, and brought forth new concepts, new ideas. And you've listened, and you're willing to listen more and more. Many of you. But this is a time for action. This is a time to lead. This is the time for you to no longer be sitting satisfied with where you've been. So I'm encouraging you to do something you've never done before. Maybe. Or maybe you did it when you were younger. But I'm asking you to choose your path this day. And if you're in this school, and if you're willing to lead, if you're willing to learn to lead, if you're willing to learn new things, if you're willing to create in the school of creation, it's time. It's time to do something. It's time to communicate. It's time to write me. I've asked many times in these lessons to outline them, download them, re-listen to them, outline them, make an outline. Transcribe them, even make a course out of them. But so many don't have confidence. You may be one of them. You don't feel like you can do it. Feelings. Confidence. You don't have the confidence. You don't feel like you can do it. Maybe English is not your first language, your native tongue. You speak broken English. Maybe you don't spell very well. See, I'm asking you, no matter what your excuse is, for you to overcome it today. This day, this very day that you are hearing this, no matter when you hear this, I'm asking you to overcome the obstacles that look so huge and walk into an understanding that you literally begin to create as you walk. Walking into this leadership school to create your leadership of you. No longer limited by your past. I have no authority over you to tell you what to do, making you to do it. This is all at your initiation of you. I'm inviting, I'm encouraging, I'm requesting, I'm asking. Write me. And it's not me, it's me, for me's sake. I'm asking you to do something you've never done. Or maybe you've done it, but you've shut down. I've talked to a number of people over these years that have spent so many hours in prayer, devotion, dedication, and even learned to write the first person words of love. Write them in notebooks and record them and date them. And put them in boxes underneath their bed. But you see, it's time to give your words wings. And it's time now to come out of the shell. Whether you call it the egg of the cosmos or the beginning of your leadership. I don't teach to gain followers. I teach to lead. This is about leadership. This is not about me. I know who I am. I'm confident in what I know and what I've done, what I've channeled. But see now, friends, I've talked and talked about leadership school and the school of leadership. Hi, guys. The school of being who you really are. The school of creation. And it's time to create. I've mentioned Catherine Kuhlman several times when I heard her speak on the Oral Roberts University campus. I think it was 1977. Pardon me. And as I recall, she had a one-point sermon. Will you pay the cost? Will you pay the price? It's costly. Boy, I have never forgotten that. And I feel like maybe at this moment, this is not exactly the same, but similar. One-point message. Will you begin to do something today that you've never done? And only you can choose what that is, and I'm asking you to choose and do it, and no longer be afraid to do it. See, leadership is about leading. And who do you lead first? You. These people who define leadership by looking to see whether you have any followers or not are not leadership developers. They may be, what do you call it? Public speakers, influencers. I'm asking you to construct something. And you choose where you pick up your pen on a yellow tablet, and whether you're writing the first-person words of God, first-person words of unconditional love, first-person words of your cognitive power, I'm asking you, regardless, to do something this day. And communicate. Communicate with someone, and maybe that someone is me. That's okay. It's this moment I'm not so busy with other things because you're my priority. You see, if you want to develop your leadership in love, then it's time to take the next step. You see, I don't think this recording is going to be very long. And you can take it and outline it. You can write a few of the sentences you think are powerful or meaningful to you, and you can elaborate on them. And you have the power to do that. Do this no matter what your skill in language is, or skill in writing. I'm asking you to pick up your pen and write me. And you can mail it to me. You can write it out. Mail it to me at Box 34, Eureka Springs, Arkansas, USA, 72632. You know how to email me. I've given my email a number of times. And I've asked, I've invited, I've asked and invited, and I've taught, and I taught, and I teach, and I talk, and I teach, and I ask, and I request. But see, this school is not like any school in the past that you've gone to. This is a school of leadership development for you to lead out of love into love. Unconditional love. Where you're learning how to operate no longer bound by this life. You're no longer bound by the molecules that you tend to identify yourself with as in your mirror. This is the day of action. I'm asking you to do something. My email address is Theodore Eureka. All run together. Theodore Eureka at gmail.com. I don't want a lot of lament, a lot of lamentation. I'm looking for leaders. Really, I'm looking for very common, ordinary people just like me who are ready to do something else in your life because you know there's more for you. You know there's more. For years and years, I knew there was more. I knew there was more to the story of God, creation, spirit, source. And somehow, out of desperation, I began to enter that communication process and begin to channel 21 years ago. I love you. And I'm asking you to no longer be thwarted by the rules of man. And you women to no longer think that you came from a rib of some male. And that you begin to learn to discern. And you begin in the school of creation the process for you to recreate you. Because things are not going to stay like they seem to be. Do you hear me? You need to be prepared. But I'm not talking about prepared to survive. Some kind of survival, some kind of apocalyptic event where you stash a bunch of food away and live in a hole trying to survive. My friend, there has to be leaders, and I'm not the only one. And all the things I know, I want to impart all I can. So you don't have to start where I started. Hey, Jesse.
Good morning.
I'm recording right now, Jesse. You're liable to see your face on YouTube in a minute.
God bless you, my friend. Nice scarf.
See you, friend. You see, canned is not what we want anymore. Canned sermons, canned courses, AI generated input, persuasive words from an elegant articulator, if you are around me or listen to my words, I'm asking you to lead, to learn to lead. Lead. And to learn to lead, you begin to do things you've never done before. To learn that you can do them. And confidence builds little by little, step by step, day by day. I didn't learn to make these videos because I was after something, had an agenda, or I was just a gifted speaker. You learn. And it's not about evolving. It's about dedication. It's about intent. But it's about more than dedication and intent and listening and learning. It's about taking action. And today, I'm asking you to take action. This is the time. No matter what this action looks like, that you choose and begin to do something in your own realm, your own power, your own might, your own authority. You have the authority of you. You have an internet connection. You have a laptop. You have a phone. You have some kind of computer. You have the ability to write, speak. And I'm asking you to stand up. Women, stand up. Little girls, little boys. No matter what denomination, no matter what religion, no matter how atheistic, agnostic, no matter what you have been indoctrinated with in the past. I came out of Christianity. I was dedicated, devoted. And I'd mentioned a lot of aspects of my story. But my friend, it's all changing. And I'm asking you to no longer be curled up on a couch, satisfied, to live your life, to die. Death is not inevitable. Jesus said, if you believe in me, you will never die. But most everybody, they don't believe that. They believe Paul or whoever said, it's appointed unto man once to die and then to judgment. And remember, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. And I talked about all the stuff and learning to discern, learning. I'm going to wind up now. I'm almost at the bottom of Mountain Street. I'll finish this little recording. You see, I'm a really simple guy. I'm doing things I've never done before. And I'm doing things new ways. And I've explored new ways of doing them. But if you want to know me, come into the Meonics Covenant. The Meonics Covenant, 2,400 lessons. 2,400, that's a bunch. Probably 10,000 pages that were printed. I hope one day it will be printed where people can have copies and not be limited to an internet connection to search them. The Meonics Covenant, where unconditional love taught me, first person. Hey, Vicki. And you can find that. You can go to my website, My website bears my name, TheodoreCottingham.com. At TheodoreCottingham.com, you can click on the Meonics Covenant. And you will find not only 2,400 lessons, but you'll find out, if you want to, many things about your future that you may walk into if you choose, and your past, our origin, and many things are not as they have been taught. So you see, this day, you have authority. And whether you are conscious of it or not, you are giving your authority to empower words that have limited you in the past, or the words that now unlimit you, where you take off the shackles, the burdens, the beliefs that you can't do something, that you're unworthy. You decide to lay aside the fear of failure, the fear of someone laughing at you, fear of making a bad grade, the fear of rejection. My friend, all of those things you can overcome. All of those are giants that you slay one by one to enter your promised land, the land of your creativity, the land of your dreams, the land of infinite love. So you see, there's an allegory about the promised land coming out of slavery. Slavery of what? Slavery to ignorance, slavery to the flesh, slavery to fear, fear of rejection. I desire for you to know who you are, no longer relying on a religion or an education of words from people who have taught simply what they were taught. So you see, there are many generations of people who have no concept of leadership. And I changed that. And who am I? I'm a simple old guy in Eureka Springs, walking along a cold morning, recording, asking you to do something you have never done, and to come into a leadership opportunity to see you, and see you as worthy, see you as insufficient no longer, see you worried about your weight no longer worried about the fact that you're divorced 10 times or remarried 10 times, or whether you're a whore, harlot, or tax collector. I'm asking you to stand up. I'm inviting you to live love, to love love, to know the difference, and create the creatorship. The creatorship I'm asking you to create. The leadership of the one in your mirror, to be the real you. This is what Meonics is all about. And this is what I'm about. There are many recordings about this school and how it works very uniquely. Because you're unique. And you're not without love. And I love you. I'm asking you to love you enough to make steps this day to be the real you. Write a letter, write an email, whatever it is, do something. Take a tangible step tangible action and be in motion. This is my request. Your assignment? Let's begin. And simply don't stop. No matter what occurs. No matter what a flop you make in someone else's eyes or in your own eyes. So many of us, the harshest judge on planet Earth is the one in our mirror, and that has to stop. I love you. My name is Theodore Cottingham in Leadership School. I'm leading me. I'm doing this. And I may fail. I have failed multiple times in the past. But I'm not giving up on you or me. If you love me, be me. Who am I? A consciousness of Christ, of love, of Source. So here I am, almost 30 minutes of asking you to begin this day in this school anew and do something you've never done before. Originate, initiate, compile, create, and give your creation wings. Send it to a friend, multiple friends, send it to me, whatever. Your writing, your words, your love, your life. And I thank you. And this is how we gain traction. This is how we help each other's wings grow. And Leadership School will no longer be limited to just me, an old guy on one channel, because you'll learn to channel and create channels. And you'll be in school and create schools. But the first step, maybe like a baby step, regardless of what you consider your step this day, take a step up. I'm asking you to lead. My name is Theodore Cottingham, TheodoreCottingham.com. I love you, and now I'm going to head over to the post office and go get me a little mocha. Initiate. Pardon me. Initiate. You can do it. Do what? You do what you choose to do, your way to do it. Thank you. I love you. See you later.